Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday morning. November 19th, we're looking at the last 4 days of the SPY ETF's market profile here on Window Trader. And after a devastating afternoon for the bulls yesterday, after going 8 for 8 wide to flush out, take out all the longs from the previous 3 days and have shorts pile in, right now there's no relief at yet early this morning as the sellers continue to push down below yesterday's huge M range, attempting to gap lower, firmly put the bulls back into this 4-day balance, and then possibly attack the bottom of last week's low to stop the one-time framing up. We have spent literally the last 7 days trying to take back all of last Monday. It took so long to just get back M's range. They finally overtook that this week, and now so far they've given most of it back up. Again, is this just some weak longs getting out? It remains to be seen. Volume not very heavy yet, 500,000, but there's still 75 minutes to go prior to the opening. So let's go over destinations and a game plan. Let's just look quickly before we do that. Here's the IWM Russell. Again, they're possibly looking to gap lower. They gave back that outside day up. Looked promising yesterday morning. They not only did they give it all back, they went out with a trend day and a price probe also. They are in balance right now. They still have the gap from the 13th that's holding. And on the triple Qs, again, they're in the bottom of a 3-day balance, just like the SPY is, firmly accepted into the other 3-day balance. So, there's a look at all three of the big indices. Let's go to destinations and a game plan. So right now, if we gap lower, the first upside destination would be yesterday's low of 356.24 if we gap lower. Then as of right now, our overnight high is 356.88. Then it's the price probe. J's low from yesterday, 358.67. Remember, nothing changes unless the buyers can overtake that. Then, believe it or not, we did still have a small set of single prints. 360.16 get filled at 17. And then yesterday's high, which is a poor high of 361.50. Again, a couple of things to keep in mind. The POC was never able to be lowered, and we have 3 highs, including one that's poor, that are within a little over $1 of each other. Things that just keep in the back of your mind as we go forward. For the downside, if we don't gap lower, then it would be yesterday's low of 356.24. Then we have the next daily low, the 13th, 354.71. Right now, the overnight low of 354.20. 351.26 daily low, and the all-important weekly low of 350.51. That's the Bears' big goal. First goal for the Bears is to get below 354.02. That's last month's high. The Bulls have fought very hard to come out of an inside month to the upside. They were above it by $8 at one point yesterday again. Now they're only less than $2 above it. So again, it's only the 19th of November. It is a monthly inside month, but obviously once you get above it like you have, you want to start getting distance away from it. The Bulls have not been able to sustain that. So what's the game plan for this morning? If we're to gap lower, I will take a put play. My out would be back inside of M's range. It's just too big, M's range, depending on how much heat you want to take. So a put play on a gap of a decent size. Again, if in the next hour or so we gap lower by a lot, then I would wait for more market-generated information, because then I'd see if there's an inventory adjustment. But if it's a gap of $1 or less, I would take a put play out if we get back into yesterday's range. And then you write it down. You have the 13th low, you have the 12th low, the overnight, and then you see what happens if they're to push to the weekly low. That's one put play. Another put play, if we don't gap lower and start pushing up inside of M's range. Now, M's range was large. It was just under $3. But if we're to push up where it's basically $1 until we get to the price probe. Again, that's good risk reward. Then I would look to take a put play again to see if the sellers are going to defend J's low in the price probe the first time there. So those are two put plays. Plus, both of those would be with lower value. So that's good for sellers. Now, call play, don't really have one right here. Even if we don't gap lower, do I really want to be a buyer against M's low? I mean, I guess you can. I would certainly be out below M's low and see what you want to get inside of M. So you can take one there. Just remember, you're going to be buying with lower value. But if you do open inside M's range, you could use as you out. Now, if you open smack in the middle of M's range, there's no trade either way. Too much risk to be long against the low, too much risk to be short against J's low. You want good entry, good risk reward. So that would be anywhere from 50 to 75 cents, say above M's high. You know you're out. Same here on a short, maybe within $1 of J's low, you know you're out. Again, very early plays in CamelbackTrading.org's voice channel room. Come and get this live all day long. Now, just going to show you the charts. So here's a monthly 4-month gap. So right now, the buyers gave up September's high, so we're back inside the previous all-time high. But more importantly for me is last month's high. They want to defend that 354.02 level. That's the inside month up. Weekly, right now it's up with 2 days to go in the week. If we don't take out last week's low, I'll call it up. You could call it up to balance if we have an inside week. But regardless, buyers would love to defend last week's low. You take that out, firmly in balance, you're getting sucked into this whole big balance again. And you know what the ultimate destination is on the monthly? 319.80, right? This is this level. Remember, there's a lot of targets on the back of the bulls down at that level. There's like 3 lows, a monthly low and 2 weekly lows, very close together. So if there's any acceptance, especially back inside last month's range, well, your ultimate destination would be the bottom of that. Now, on the flip side, as we go to the daily, we have 3 daily highs very close to each other. So just like those would be targets on the back of the bull, on the bulls, on that monthly low and the weekly lows, at some point, same thing for the bears up top. But right now, it's whatever kind of balance you want to call it, it's a pretty large balance. Bulls had their opportunity this week to go and get the all-time high. They have failed so far. We'll see if this is just weak longs getting out and shorts attempting to push further, or is it something more? Good luck trading today. Have a great day, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.